Hi and welcome back guys, my name is Michaela and I love playing The Sims. Today I'm gonna give you a different type of video. I know for weeks I have only been doing videos about my Not So Berry challenge. Still a little bit connected there. If you have been following the series from the start, you will know that I started a Not So Berry because I felt like I needed to have a small break from building. I love building in The Sims 4, but I was at that point that I got more stressed from doing builds than actually doing them or enjoying them, which I normally do. And I think that had to do something with starting to publish them on YouTube. I was kind of stressed to do that. I had a lot of pressure, so I felt like I needed to do something to give myself a small break, to find that inspiration again. And that's why I have started the Not So Berry challenge. And that's also the reason I now feel like I have a little bit more of inspiration to build um, again in The Sims. So in this video you will see when I build my new Not So Berry Mint house. I will also put it up on the gallery, so if you are playing the Not So Berry or want to start it, you have this house. It is kind of expensive because my founder Sim Mynte, she got a phone call telling her that her great uncle something died and that she was gonna get an inheritance, and we accepted that, and it says that you have to get married in 7 days. So what we did with Mynte was actually go husband hunting, and we found a husband that she finds attractive, because I'm playing with the wonderful Whims mod, so you can actually see who your sim finds attractive and who not. So she found Diego Lobo, who was attractive. She found some cut up I'm talking too fast. She found some other Sims as well who she found attractive, but they were all married already. So we went with Diego Lobo. I have never actually played in The Sims 4 with Diego Lobo. I believe I have been in his apartment when I have done some gameplay for other reasons. And I know he is quite rich, he has quite a lot of money, so I knew we were gonna get an income from there as well. So we had a lot of money when building this house. If you check out the rules for the Not So Berry, it doesn't really specify that you're not allowed to use money cheats. So you could actually buy this house and use money cheats. I mean, everybody plays like they want. It may be a little bit more fun to start with 0 funds. But since I started the family, I started having kids in my mint generation quite young, I actually prefer having that money and not having to worry about it. I also think it's nice and maybe makes the challenge a little bit easier when you have Mente, because she is a materialistic sim, so she likes that you buy new things quite often. So it makes it all a little bit easier. You could do that as well with less funds and work up your way to building that house. But this is the house I'm building. It's not the prettiest build, to be honest. When I did an episode of the Not So Berry and I was showing like quickly of the house, I for example realized that the ends of the house do have no windows, which makes it look kind of hilarious from the outside. So this is more like I just wanted to do something fun. I think it's kind of a fun challenge as well. I mean, it's not necessary to have a minty house. I think it's fun because I just filter through with colors through all the objects, and I find things I never probably have used or maybe haven't used in these swatches. So I think it's kind of a fun way to build. Absolutely not a pretty build, so to say, or something I would want to add to my save file. but something very, very different. What I do, I like the kitchen in this house. I like the kitchen, I like the bathrooms. Those are quite nice to do so. But I filter through most things that are blue and green to find that minty color here in this. So yeah, I don't know what more to say about the build really. I don't know why, but I also had a feeling like Mint would live in like a cottage type of house. So what I did, I was on Pinterest. I will see if I can find a picture and maybe add it as well to the screen so you will see what my vibe was. I only looked up on things how I wanted the house to look from the outside, and that's what I went off. Then the interior I did kind of room by room, as you can see. I start with the kitchen. I don't have no floor plan. I just put the things down and go by that. What I think was the most challenging about this was actually the artwork on the walls. It's very hard to find something like minty or mint colored to put there. But I tried my best, and I mean this house has changed a little bit. You will see also when in the end where I put the screenshots, and it's because I didn't I didn't remember to save it to my library or upload it to the gallery right after I was done. So I actually continued playing my Not So Berry challenge. So there are some things that actually have changed. I will, however, I actually removed, I had some family photos, things like this, which will make the house marked as modded, even if it isn't. And I will do those. I will put back the things that actually need to I have in this build video, I have some wall art that I actually removed because we had some family pictures taken and put them up. I also believe I moved some furniture because we had a baby, and right now this house is starting to feel a little bit cramped. Not in the sense of the kitchen or the living room or the dining room. The bathrooms I think are also at the moment working fine. But bedrooms are kind of becoming an issue. So I will have a look. I think I need to build a second floor. And I'm thinking about doing that in the back of the house. You will see when we go a little bit further down this build video, where you have the parents' bedroom, you have the master bathroom or ensuite bathroom. And I'm thinking on the second floor about this, that we would actually move the master bedroom, maybe build a new master bedroom for them, and then convert the current master bedroom and ensuite to maybe one of the kids' rooms, and the other kid could have the other room that they are currently sharing as toddlers in the game. I think in this part we only have one kid, and I don't remember when I built this if he was a baby or if Rory already aged up to a toddler. But you have a really small kids room, like a 3x3 room, because I also wanted to give Mynte, our founder, like an office, or I don't know even what to call it, but I put like her career reward traits there, so it's like a small science lab, maybe you could call it. It's quite cramped as well, but that's what we have for now. So that's why I'm actually considering that we maybe need to expand the house. I was also thinking of maybe moving the family out and actually building them a new house, but then again, I'm very sentimental when I play, especially if I play in generations. And that's what I even do when I'm not playing in Generation. That's what I do a lot in my save file. I kind of feel like I want the Sims to stay in the same house for the whole time they're alive, because that will give you like sentimental value for the house. So I would feel horrible actually if Mente and Diego, Rory and Ruby Rose would move from this house and build a new one. But then in another way, I actually was also thinking that maybe that is a little bit Mente, because the feeling I get from Mente is that she maybe is not that sentimental. Sim, I mean, so I don't know. I'm actually kind of torn here. I don't know if we should build a second floor or if we should move them. But then again, I kind of feel like it would be nice that the first generation actually stays in Willow Creek. Lives in, I mean, Mente is kind of a career focused sim, so that would also make sense. I don't know, I'm kind of torn about it. I haven't decided anything yet, but could be that I will expand this house. You will see it as soon, because with two kids who at the moment in the game are though toddlers, it will feel very, very, very cramped, especially the bedroom. So I think that would be nice. But I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of torn between it. I found that it was kind of hard also to find the wallpapers and the dining table and chairs. I was struggling with this one. I honestly pulled out, I would say, almost all of the tables and all of the chairs. I really like this one that you can see, the green one. I think it's from the movie stuff pack. It's called something like movie stuff pack or something like this, but it's maybe a little bit too hippie-ish, a little bit too bohemian, maybe is more a correct way to describe that, for the house of Mente and Diego, I felt like. So I tried really to see what table, and then I was like, no, okay, fine, whatever, I can't find the table, let me have a look at the chairs. So I pull out these again, because I really want them to make it work, because I love the color. I actually think this table is very fun, but it doesn't just work, so no, it didn't. I was like, no. And here I had a small panic that I lost all of my inventory items, but it was just because I filtered with a color or something. That's why they disappeared. I cut out of the panic moment when I was looking for all of them. And yeah, you can see I'm trying so many different options. In the end, I actually end up going with yellow chairs from the Dream Home Decorator pack. Here we can see, okay, I'm like, okay, this yellow works with the wallpaper. I don't care that it's not a minty color, we go with the yellow. That was kind of how my mind worked on this one. And then, I mean, it's not necessary everything to be mint colored, it's just how I myself prefer to play the game. I know it's a ridiculous house. It is, honestly, who would want to live in a mint colored house where everything is mint colored? Absolutely no one. But I thought it was fun. I actually think it is in its own peculiar way kind of a pretty house. I love the curtains, how they work really well in this area. I actually love this wallpaper. I don't use it as much. I'm more of the person who likes, plain walls, or if there is a wall like in one color, than actually using wallpaper. But I think this one from the Paranormal Stuff Pack is a really nice one. And then I'm just trying to fill this area up. I wanted to use a lot of money to build this house actually, but it was kind of hard. I think it's also because the lot is not very big. You have not the possibility to do the house quite big either. So that's one of the reasons. I mean, you could go for the really expensive furniture and things like this. I don't find all the really expensive items in the build and bind mode to be the prettiest. So that's why I also don't probably use so much money. as I could have used. And I mean, I think this is more of the style of Mynte. Diego style, we don't really care about. Diego is like along for the ride, as I like to describe it. He is not my main focus. I will take care of him. I will help him learn skills if he needs skills to get promoted at work, so he has something. But I don't really play as Diego so much. My main focus is on Mynte and the kids, really, in this game. And here I actually found this door, which I think is better for the house. I like the one with the flowers from, I think it's Nifty Knitting that it came with, but I think this one is maybe a little bit more calm and collected, so to say. So here's the bathroom. I'm actually very happy with the bathrooms. I love these tiles. I don't know if anyone else. I actually like them. I think they're really fun and I use them quite often in my builds. Not this mint color as much as I probably should, because it's a very pretty color. But yeah, and actually there is so many minty colors for the bathroom items. It's kind of cool to see there. But yeah, I think I end up going with this sink. I mean, it's not completely mint colored, but it was the closest I could find. The mirror was a little bit of a struggle, but I end up going with this one from Parenthood because it has the perfect mint color there. And then I'm just gonna clutter it up a little bit to make it feel lived. And I mean, obviously money was not an issue when building this house, like I also said before. So just adding as much clutter as possible here. What I know you could go into debug and find a lot of more things. I don't normally like to use debug. I think it's kind of a pain to go through all the items. And then again, I also want my houses which I build to be playable. And this one actually playable was the more important one. I have also noticed that I clutter it up sometimes too much, or I put objects that are very big in the way, and it's kind of annoying when you are filming and you are doing the camera. But that's, I mean, it's to find a balance. I mean, this is also quite a minimalistic house. Normally I do have several bookcases and several things you could actually remove, but this house actually has, I think, this bookcase. I might have added one for the toddler, but like I say, I built this house a while ago, like a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. Completely, I mean, I lost the track of time. I don't remember, 1 or 2 weeks ago. So I completely don't remember what age the kids were. Or I know we only had one kid. Could be that she was pregnant with the second kid. No, I don't remember anymore. I'm sorry. Total wreck. But it's because I play The Sims a lot. I have been really, I mean, like I said, the Not So Very challenge really inspired me. Not only to play it, but also to do some kind of other gameplay as well. I spoke with my brother the other day, and he told me it's crazy the amount of gameplay I have on my computer. I think I have, I mean, if I don't remember correctly, 1,600 hours of Sims played on it. And I bought the computer I'm using now, I bought in October or November. And he told me it was a crazy amount of hours playing. But I really, like I said, the last couple of weeks, maybe a month ago, I started a Not So Very. It really has given me a lot of inspiration, not only for this challenge, but also for other gameplay. So that's kind of fun. I felt like I was a little bit stuck with my save file as well. That was something that kept me going quite long, playing in the save file and changing that to make it maybe a little bit more me, maybe doing the lots a little bit more user friendly for me. I'm sharing most of the things in the gallery. If you want to see some of the lots I have made on my game file, I put them normally up on the gallery. Sometimes I try to film as well those and upload them to YouTube, but especially the big lots take a lot of time, like the parks take so long to build, so I normally don't film those. And it's also because I don't do like a one sitting when I build the big lots. I normally do like a small portion, take a break maybe, and then continue later on. So that's one of the reasons why I don't always have film material of the big lots, because I don't have the energy to sit still for so long. Also, I do this, for example, at the moment I am in my save file renovating the park in Nosy Springs, and I'm doing like pathways. When I was younger, I was working, or I went as an au pair to the States, and I kind of imagine that kind of area. I was an au pair in Arizona, and Nosy Springs, the park especially, I want to make kind of like inspired. I wouldn't say it's exactly like Arizona, but inspired by the nature that you find in Arizona, in the area I was living in. And so I want to make like pathways with rocks on the side of the path, and that's taking forever to make. So I kind of got tired of it, needed a small break, and that's when I decided to start playing. And I have been playing with the what is it called, the roomies? No, roomies are in Willow Creek. The friend group in Nosy Springs, there's four young adults with Zoe Patel, Mitchell Kalani, Jay Huntington III, and Gavin, I think his name is. I don't remember what his last name is though. And I'm actually taking them through university at the moment, because when I have played with them, I had the feeling that they're quite young. So in my opinion, they could have just all more or less finished uni, and that they are now renting this house in Nosy Springs. So that's kind of where the direction is coming to. And I know I could actually cheat and just don't do all the gameplay, but personally for me it's very fun. It's very fun. I haven't recorded many of it, but again, leave me a comment, tell me if you would be interested in seeing how I play in my save file, how I create the stories behind the people and so on. I do there, and I will of course do so. But for the moment, I feel like that's not something I want to do. So this is the room I was talking about, which is kind of the lab, home lab of Mynte. And I tried to put like most of the career items she got, a computer there to help her work mischief, trolling the forums. And I mean, a computer in The Sims is kind of necessary. You need it for quite many things. But it's a very random room. It's a very random room. And you can see I put these curtains. I actually love these curtains. I use them quite often in my builds. But I don't know why. They don't really give me the science lab vibe. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I was actually thinking that maybe I need to move them and build them like a new house, because this house doesn't really give the sciencey vibes. But then again, I don't know, for some reason, I have no good explanation why, but for some reason I feel like Mynte is living in a cottage type of house, and that's the reason why I felt like this is the correct choice for them. This hallway was a little bit tricky for me because I really didn't know what to put in it. It was kind of like a weird hallway, and it felt like it's still kind of narrow, so everything I put in felt like kind of big and wide. I removed one of the wall arts because I actually got Mynte a cat, and I wanted to give the cat like one of those climbing tree thingies. I don't know what you call them, like the play area thingy. And of course I wanted one of that was super huge, so I removed one of the wall decorations to put that there. And yeah, the kids room is small and minty in color, and that's because I was thinking the kids are toddlers, they are not really they will not get a say in what the rooms look like, so I feel like Mynte is deciding that for them for now. I think when they are kids they are gonna get red rooms or rosy rooms, but for now the room decor has stayed minty. When they have aged up to toddlers, I have given them red hair and red clothes because I don't have my own kids, but I have my nieces who are toddler aged, and you know, toddlers are like that. They are kind of wanting to dress themselves, deciding things like this. So that's why I was thinking like, okay, the kids dress themselves and they want the red colored clothes, but I think they are still too young to be able to decide what color their rooms are, or at least that's kind of like how my experience is with my nieces who are toddler aged. And so that was my reasoning for keeping the room still mint colored. I know I do watch a lot of other YouTubers playing the Not So Berry challenge, and I know a lot of them has given the kids already red colored or rose colored rooms when they are toddlers, but I kind of felt like no, I want Mint to be able to have her minty colored kids room or toddler baby room, and when they age up to kids, maybe they have a say to Mint that mom, I really don't like this color, I want a red room or something like this. I hate building roofs in The Sims, because I don't know, I find it very difficult. Honestly, very, very difficult. So I was trying to see what I can do with this roof to get it to look good, and actually it had a very easy solution. But then again, it took me a while to figure it out. Here I think I do it. I just copy it and then just remove the roof edge so it doesn't stick through from there. But yeah, hey, roofing in The Sims, find it very, very difficult, very frustrating. A lot of times I also cut it out because I find it annoying to watch. In this one I left it for some reason. And you can see I went back there on this. I think this is when I thought I already did this, but apparently I didn't. So now here we go. Exactly copy the same roof and then just remove the edge of the wall so it doesn't clip through the whole wall there. And this one, landscape wise, I didn't actually landscape this build too much, partly because I think this was in fall and I don't like when you have to build things in fall. I could have opened it in another file and built the house in summer to see how the landscaping went, but I didn't do that. I decided not to. I just went directly to the lot, which I'm playing on, and built this. So we did this house in the fall, in the beginning of fall. I believe we are now in the winter time or going into winter time. So the landscaping will see in spring, summer how it looks. And that's when I will do adjustments if needed. But I don't feel like Mynte is really the type of sim who likes to take care of her garden. So it will be quite simple. Of course, we added a chess table so they can place chess. I think I added a grill here as well. And it's gonna be changed up a little bit, you will see in the screenshots, because we have toddlers and I needed more space for some of their toys. And we have this, like, I don't know what to call it, like this little, I have no clue what it's called, which I actually built because this is where Mynte and Diego got married. They had a very small wedding with just, I believe, 2 of Mynte's work colleagues there as guests. And actually I changed it, you will see it in the screenshots in the end, that I put the chess table there to make a little bit more space on the back patio. You can see the hilarious ends of the build with absolutely no windows. So it's not the perfect build, but it was something that was kind of fun to do. And that was the purpose of this. It was not gonna be the best build, but it was more like fun, more of a challenge to use the mint color. And yeah, so landscaping wise, I said very simple, very little, nothing too exciting and special here. I still wanted it to be workable, and I tried a little bit or some couple different type of bushes, but I end up using these to kind of make like the pathway to the stairs, and to keep these kind of areas here by the side of the house for plants and things. Could be that I add something more when we get into spring or summer in the game to make the adjustments. But for now I left it with the cedar trees, cypress I think it's called in English. And then I put some bushes there because I feel that that's the most simple way. Maybe, like I said, summer, spring, we add some flowers. I don't know, in my country where I come from, it's quite normal that you plant new flowers, do your flower beds every spring, every summer, rearrange them and maybe buy some new plants and so on. I don't know if other people do that in other countries, but I know in my country that's very normal. When I was a kid, we always went with my mom when our school ended for the year to buy some new flowers, and we could all choose, me and my sisters, choose like our own flower we wanted to have, and that was our flower in the flower bed. So fun little thing. So could be that we do something similar in our Mynte's mint house when we reach the gameplay of spring or summer. But for now it's very simple, only like bushes, some of these trees, something very simple to keep the house here. But we are reaching the end, and I'm gonna let you enjoy the screenshots without me speaking. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and leave me a comment if you have something you want to say about the house or some wishes for future builds. Thank you, and bye bye.